It's time for another coffee talk with John. I love this mug. This was made by a good friend of mine and his wife. Made that together. So real leaf was pressed into the clay before it was fired, and then the iron oxide and all the glazing they did. Beautiful. I am always looking at the next spiritual text. I'm always reading, not to change my beliefs or explore new beliefs, but to, yes, I guess it is to explore new beliefs. But in the exploration of the new beliefs, what I find are things that really cement my beliefs in a very clear way. And this quote I found from Ram Dass is pretty much the perfect quote for what I believe. And I wanted to share it because I think it's beautiful. So let me just read it to you. The spiritual journey is individual, highly personal. It can't be organized or regulated. It isn't true that everyone should follow one path. Listen to your own truth. Ram Dass. Now, Ram Dass was very influential in Wayne Dyer's life and a lot of other spiritual authors and teachers. I find his writings to be very empowering and enlightening, and I enjoy reading them. And this statement in itself, what hit me when I read this is it sounded like my mom's spirituality is a personal journey quote. The spiritual journey is individual, highly personal. And I think it's true. I think each one of us needs to recognize that everybody's on their own journey. But within those journeys, within those various spiritual journeys, everyone seems to agree that kindness is important. Everyone seems to agree that treating people well is important. Everyone seems to agree that love is the most important thing there is. Be that romantic love or just love in general. Now, I look at romantic love as kind of an expression of love mixed with a little bit of lust. But when you look at spiritual journeys, I have found with the people that I work with, the people that I speak with or do readings for, when they start simplifying their experience and putting love into present moment action, their lives smooth out. Their lives get easier. It seems like everything comes back to them as loving because they're putting love out first. I've told the story before about the stage performer who said, John, you walk on stage and people just love you. How come you don't have to warm up the audience? And my response was, because I love them first. I go on stage with the full intent of loving my audience and loving them to the point of knowing I'm bringing them a beautiful, fun time that they're going to love and enjoy. And so by loving them first, they simply love. It's fascinating to me that the Ram Dass quote here, it's fascinating to me that I have so many friends and some very new friends over the past year who have varying different beliefs than I do. But I find the love in all of them. I find the simplicity of that love in all of them. Now they may go down different paths or have, much more intricate spiritual journeys than I. But we all come to the same conclusion that love is the most important thing. And in all of my experiences with my past life regressions and my memories of Jeshua that flood in, he was always about the simplicity of love. about just love, just be love. And I've often said that John of old became known as John the Beloved because of John the Be Love Ed. Just be love, just be love. And if I could say that any greater than that, I would, or any more specific than that. Many years ago, as many of you know, I was a corporate speaker, and I just ended that career. But when I first started going down that route, a very good friend of mine who is a world-class speaker, and I'm so grateful for the guidance he gave me, in the very beginning of our time, he tried to push me to speak and use the phrase, John, be love, just be love. And I didn't listen, and I probably should have. Because be love is the element of living a loving life. And that living a loving life comes from our choice to embrace that love in whatever form it comes. And when I see where Ram Dass says it can't be organized or regulated, it isn't true that everyone should follow one path. He's not talking about the various religions being organized or regulated. He's talking about the overall spirituality, the spiritual journey. Each one of us are going through a spiritual journey in some form. Even atheists, they might not believe that, but they're choosing to not be spiritual, which in essence is a spiritual journey because they're choosing it. It's their belief. That's what they're putting faith in. I have faith that I don't believe, and that's in my view, that's as much of a spiritual journey as anybody else's. And I can't judge them for that, especially if they're loving people, if they're caring people, and they're putting out good things into the world that affect the world positively. I can't judge them for those experiences. And I don't think any one of us should. And when I look at Ram Dass's, his last line in that quote was, listen to your own truth. Listen to your own truth. And the way you listen is through your feelings. If it feels right, follow that. If it feels correct, follow that. Because you are your greatest teacher. You are your greatest guru. You are the greatest leader of your life. You are the one who gets to make the discernments that say, yes, this is something I believe in, something I can create with, and I can get behind. And that in itself is beautiful. Love it. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching. The John of New channel is solely funded by your generous donations and purchases of private readings and merchandise. To help out, go to johnofnew.com or use the donation link in the description below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.